Hello, my dear children. How are you all? I do believe that you all are taking care of yourself. You all are staying at home. I, Mrs. Divya Dwivedi, welcome you all in science tutorial. Today we are going to learn lesson number 7 that talks about conservation of plants and animals. This is the second part of video. Children, in the previous video we have learned about deforestation, its causes and consequences. And in this video we are going to study about conservation of forest and wildlife. To protect our flora and fauna and their habitat, protected areas are called sanctuaries, national parks and biosphere reserve have been made by the government. Sanctuaries, areas where animals are protected from any disturbance to them and their habitat. National parks, areas reserved for wildlife where they can freely use the natural resources. Biosphere reserves, large areas of protected land for conservation of wildlife, plant and animal resources and traditional life of the tribal living in that areas. Biosphere is the part of the earth in which living organisms exist or which supports life. Children, we will study about Pachmari Biosphere Reserves, which is present in Madhya Pradesh. Children, Pachmari Biosphere Reserves consist of one national park named Satpura National Park and two sanctuaries, Bori and Pachmari Wildlife Sanctuaries. Plants and animals found in Pachmari Biosphere Reserve are similar to those of the Himalayan peaks and to those belonging to the lower Western Ghat. Biodiversity found in this area is unique. It refers to the variety of organisms existing on the earth and their interrelationship and their relationship with the environment. Preserving areas of such biological importance make them a part of our national heritage. Although the society puts an effort to take care of the forest and wildlife, the government also puts an equal efforts by laying laws and rules and methods of policies to protect and conserve them. Biodiversity gets disturbed due to the increasing pollution, population, decreasing rainfall and urbanization. Thus, wildlife sanctuaries, national parks and biosphere reserves are protected areas made for conservation of biodiversity. Biodiversity is the variety of plants, animals and microorganisms present in that area. Note that plantation, cultivation, grazing, felling trees, poaching, hunting are prohibited in these areas. Some of the national parks of India are Bandipur, Jim Corbett, Kaziranga, Gangotri, etc. Some wildlife sanctuaries are Simlipali, Bharatpur, Mount Abu and Nagarjun Sagar, etc. Some biosphere reserves are Great Nicobar, Nokrek, Gulf of Mannar, Nanda Devi, etc. So children, all these protected areas have been made by government to protect flora and fauna and their habitat. Children, you must have observed that some plants and animals typically belongs to the particular areas. Plants and animals of a particular areas are known as flora and fauna of that area. For example, sal, teak, silver ferns are flora of Pachmari Biosphere Reserves. Chiknara, blue bull and leopards are fauna of Pachmari Biosphere Reserves. Children, let's study about national parks, wildlife sanctuaries and biosphere reserves in detail. After that, you will be able to differentiate in between them. So, first of all, we will study about wildlife sanctuaries. We will study some main features of wildlife sanctuaries. Wildlife sanctuaries. It is natural area which is reserved by a government or private organizations or person for the protection of animals, insects, microorganisms, birds, etc. of different species. A very limited human activities is allowed. People can collect firewood, fruits, medicinal plants, etc. in small quantities. Livestock grazing is allowed in a limited manner here in wildlife sanctuaries. Hunting of animal is completely prohibited here. Also, trees cannot be cut for any purposes in any wildlife sanctuaries. It is not physical fenced. People can roam inside the wildlife sanctuaries for research, educational and tourism purposes. No official permission is required. Wildlife sanctuaries have lesser restrictions than national parks. Dear children, International Union of Conservation of Nature, shortly called IUCN, has grouped wildlife sanctuaries in category 4 of protected areas. It came under the category called protected areas. The protected areas are declared under Wildlife Act 1972. There are 544 wildlife sanctuaries in India as of now. Now, next we study about national parks. We study some special features of national parks. National parks are protected natural habitats which is established and owned by the government to provide protection to the entire site of the ecosystem, that is flora, fauna, landscape, etc. of that region. Means children, in wildlife sanctuaries only wild life, which includes animals, birds, insects, microorganisms, they are protected. But here in national park, whole ecosystem is protected. Not only animals, even flora and the landscapes are also protected in national parks. No human activities are allowed in national parks. Livestock, grazing, collection of forest products are prohibited. National parks are highly restricted. Official permission is required to visit national parks. Only the approved person can enter the national parks. Children, we have learned that in wildlife sanctuaries, people can roam around the wildlife sanctuaries. No official permission is required. But here in national park, official permission is required. Research and educational work can only be done with the prior permission. National parks are physically fenced and protected by Forest Department. It came under the category called Protected Areas, Wildlife Protection Act 1972. There are national parks, 104 national parks in India. India's first national park was established in 1936 as Halli National Park, now known as Jim Corbett National Park, Uttarakhand. Kuno National Park, MP, is the latest national park. It was declared national park in 2018. Hemos is national park in Leh district of Ladakh, is the largest national park of India. So children, this is a general knowledge question. Which is the largest national park of India? Hemos National Park in Leh district of Ladakh is the largest national park of India. Madhya Pradesh and Andaman and Nicobar Islands have the maximum number of national parks, 9 each. Now, let's differentiate between national parks and wildlife sanctuary. Wildlife sanctuary is nearly same as national park. The only difference is that indigenous people can carry out human activities in a limited manner in wildlife sanctuaries. Sanctuary can be upgraded to national park, but national park cannot be downgraded to sanctuary. Now, we will study about biosphere reserves. Biosphere reserves are the protected areas meant for the conservation of plant and animals. It also restores the traditional life of the tribals living in that areas. These areas are meant for conservation of biodiversity of a specific area. Biosphere reserve cover a large area of land which may cover multiple national parks, sanctuaries and reserves as well. Children, as you have learned about Pachmani Biosphere Reserve, Pachmani Biosphere Reserve consists of one Satpura National Park and two sanctuaries, Bori and Pachmani Wildlife Sanctuary. Now children, we will study about the different parts of biosphere reserves. There are three biosphere reserves zones, means biosphere reserves have been divided into three zones. First is core zone, second is buffer zone and third is transition zone. So core zone, this is a protected area where human intervention is strictly prohibited. Wildlife and natural resources is strictly protected by the forest area. This is at the center children, you can see the dark green area, this is the core zone. Second area which surrounds the core zone is the buffer zone. Research and education activities are permitted to human. This zone might also include tourism facilities. So children, you can see the light green area surrounds the core zone area is called buffer zone. The third zone is transition zone. Several human activities can occur in the manipulation zone like cropping, recreation, forestry, etc. Settlements are permitted here. So children, as you can see that here manipulation can be done, so that's why this is known as manipulation zone. So there are three zones: core zone, buffer zone and manipulation zone in biosphere reserves. So children, I hope you have understood what are national parks, wildlife sanctuaries and biosphere reserves. You have also understood about biodiversity, flora and fauna. So that's all for today. Have a nice day.